Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Can't even say my own name. Today, welcome to Be a Better You Annual Challenge Day 175. We are hopping into, like we do at the end of each month, our IDEANCE process. We identified this process at the beginning of the year, and step one of the IDEANCE process today is identify what is. What is the current state of affairs when it comes to the area of contribution? We're focusing on contribution this month. So this month, it is the contribution IDEANCE process. So today we are going to, in a couple of sentences or bullet points or paragraph, write down what is our current state of contribution. What are we contributing? What would we like to contribute? We'll do that tomorrow. Today, just focus on what is. Identify what are you doing? How are you impacting the world outside of you? And in my handy dandy journal, I'll show you what I did already, is I just wrote out a couple of prompts for myself to ask myself questions in these areas. Donation. What am I doing for donations? What am I doing for volunteering? What am I currently doing for mentoring? What am I doing for service? What am I doing for skill sharing? What am I doing for community involvement? And then what am I really passionate and what do I really care about? I want to look at those two things today to just do a check and a review of, well, what am I doing? And then tomorrow, of course, we'll hop into the D of the IDEANCE process. And that is, well, what do I want? We're starting out with where are we? And then we're going to what do we want as part of the process, which is a great process, by the way. Self-reflection is really, really important. We can't make any changes until we know exactly where we are. Oh, and we admit to ourselves exactly where we are. If you're not doing anything, if you're not helping anybody outside yourself, you're just barely trying to survive, be super honest with yourself. And then we'll talk about through the rest of the process how actually looking outside of yourself can help you to heal and grow and improve and become the person you want to be. All right, I'm going to keep it super short today. I guess I could talk about a couple of the things. I did start thinking about this yesterday about, okay, well, what am I doing? Well, I donate and contribute to different things on a really sporadic, random basis. That's what I currently do. I help family and friends on a regular basis. I share skills daily, pretty much on a very, very regular basis and consistent basis, and have for decades, but especially online over the last 8 years. I volunteer in person with my mom when I'm in Texas, staying at her place at St. Vincent de Paul. I love doing that. Given my vision challenges and my inability to drive, that's my excuse. And there's no Uber in my small town. I don't know why they've made it not an option. So no Uber, no Lyft, no nothing. You can get a ride from the airport to here, but you can't get a ride from here. You can't just hire an Uber. It's not an option. So that's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So I have to look for alternatives for transportation. But I'm looking for something like that I can do in my area, and I'm sure there is something. So that's what I mean by look at what your situation currently is. And then tomorrow we'll look at what we want it to be. All right, and then ask yourself, what am I super duper excited about, passionate about? What am I concerned about? What gets my blood just boiling, or what gets me just ecstatic? I like focusing on the things that make me feel awesome because I want to keep doing more of those and kind of diminish the things that don't make me feel so great and stop doing some of those things. All right, any questions about this? All you have to do is ask. This is our 6th time through, we designed the process in January, so it's our 6th time applying the IDEANCE process to an area of the life framework of our life, and this month is the first time we're applying it to contributions specifically. I think it's really helpful to narrow it down and each month focus in on one of the different life framework areas of our life, and then we merge it all together to make our overarching core values, goals, objectives, etc. All right, any questions, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.